Hello, Drury Panthers. Thank you for watching this video about the 2021-2022 housing assignment process. In this video, we will cover the Drury housing policy, different types of assignments, and our new housing returner self-assignment system. Before we begin, I want to review the Drury housing policy. Drury requires all full-time day school students to live on campus. If you do not want to live on campus, you will need to file a housing exemption and receive approval from the Housing Exemption Committee. Housing exemptions are due April 1st, 2021. If you miss the deadline, there could be cancellation fees, including up to $500 and or 40% of the housing costs for the semester. A full list of our exemption requirements is located on our website. Additionally, the housing contract is for a full academic year. Students who are studying abroad, student teaching, or graduating mid-semester are only eligible for mid-semester contract termination. Now let's talk about the assignment process. Returning student assignments are based upon special application process and procedures such as themed housing and student organization communities, fraternities, or student classification and credit hours, non-themed departments. Housing contracts will be due for all of these assignments on February 19th, 2021 by 4 p.m. Specialty housing units include the Honors House, student organizational houses, which are in our Midtown housing communities, and the Summit Park Leadership Community. This year, Summit Park looks a little different. The Summit Park Leadership Community will feature several of our upperclassmen living learning communities, with focuses on Panhellenic organizations, pre-health, social justice, global perspectives, and transfer students. Applications for these specialty housing units can be found on the website. The next process is the fraternities. All fraternity chapters require that members live in the house for a set number of semesters. Men must submit a housing contract in Drury by February 19th and indicate their fraternity chapter. And finally, students who don't want to live in specialty housing or the fraternities will have the opportunity to keep their current room assignment for next year or participate in the returner self-assignment process. All students will need to fill out the housing intention form to keep their assignment or participate in this process. The first step in either process is to submit your 2021-22 housing contract on your My Drury portal by 4 p.m. February 19th. Students who do not submit this contract will not be eligible to keep their current apartment or participate in the returner self-assignment process. These students will be randomly assigned based on your preference on the housing contract. Step number 2 is to submit your housing intention form by 4 p.m. February 19th. These housing intention forms are currently live and can be filled out at any time. Step number 3 for those who are participating in the current apartment process will need to check their email for acceptance or denial. Roommates should also check their email to confirm their placements. Students who receive confirmation of residency do not participate in returner self-assignment process. Students in the Midtown House properties must have a clear conduct record to continue residency or to be able to pull in current residents into those units. It is strongly recommended that all beds in the unit are filled. If they are not, a student will be randomly assigned into an empty space in that unit. If you choose to not keep your current room, you can then participate in the returner self-assignment process. A link will be emailed to students who submit a contract before 4 p.m. February 19th to participate in the process. Students will receive the link based on current student classification and number of credit hours. You will then be able to sign up during your date between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. You will get a specific time slot. Students will then be prompted to log in using their student Drury email and password. A list of rooms will then be available. You can search these rooms by apartment name or number of beds in the unit. Students will then choose their desired room and select their roommates. The roommates will receive an email confirmation and have 2 hours to confirm their placements before the room is released for another student to choose it. If a room becomes released, then any student can choose that room as a part of the returner self-assignment process. If you have any questions, please email housing@drury.edu.